going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Wednesday morning, 4:32 on August 5th. 4:32 in the morning, folks. Going back to work. We have a couple service calls on the schedule this morning for me. And of course, having landed yesterday from a almost week and a half holiday in Italy, landing yesterday at 1:30 in the afternoon, I am of course jet lagged. But it's okay. By tomorrow morning, it'll be good. All right, fuck it. Take two. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. It is Wednesday, August 5th, 2026, 4:41 and 56 seconds. 22nd of Av. And this has really been really successful for us. So successful that I totally forgot about the other display in the front window here. Anyway, folks, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. And while I was gone, we hit that threshold. I am proud, so proud, that we reached 400 maintenance agreement clients while I was gone. And it goes without saying, James scored that 400th maintenance agreement and scored himself a very nice gift, personal gift from me to him. I gotta be very careful what I say these days, otherwise I'm gonna get another letter from, where is it? Another letter from the federal government. All right, look at this. Someone actually complained about the Mikey Pipes SPD 01 surge protection devices. Someone actually complained to the government. They're snitches. You know what they say in prison? Snitches get stitches. So let me find out. This is a public service announcement to that snitch. Let me find out. All right, all you keyboard warriors wearing your sister's panties, living in your parents' basement, filled with anger and hate and jealousy. You know, I haven't said this in a while, but there are two different people in this world, right? The ones that are gonna pull you up as they're climbing up the ladder. And there are those that are gonna pull you down when you're above them. How pathetic these creatures are. Anyway, it was either yesterday, Tuesday, or Monday. James got another one. Now we're 401 active maintenance agreements. That's 20.05% to the goal. And folks, I got a bunch more surge protection devices to send out. I also got, hold on. It's a very special day. Folks, my summer 2026 ACIQ and Mikey Pipes, changing the way America heat and cools. Well, these shirts are going out today. We're going out. I got a lot of emails while I was gone in the last week and a half. A lot. Crazy. So many orders came in. It's... Hold on, I gotta start over. I got an email on Monday, August 3rd, from Edward Porter. Edward Porter is in, where you at, bro? Wilmington, Delaware, right? And he goes, Mikey Pipes. Hold on, let me read what he said, because it's really nice. He goes, I just purchased two 36,000 BTU ACIQ mini splits today. Also, I ordered two of your disconnect boxes. I watched your video about possibly a free shirt and hat. Would love to have a medium shirt and a large hat. Well, Mr. Porter, There is your large hat. Here is your medium shirt. But to make things even better for you, since you're part of the ACIQ dealer program now and the Powered by ACIQ movement, folks, he's going to get one of these custom designed Mikey Pipes by ACIQ. These are private label stickers. He's got one of those. I'm going to give him one of the magnets. I'm going to give him one of those. I'm going to even give him one of these. I'm going to put it all into a box right now. And folks, I was flying back home yesterday from Rome. There it is. I was flying back home yesterday from Rome, and I read online this past week's The News. You know, that weekly newspaper that comes out to us contractors. We pay for the subscription. We get this magazine / newspaper that comes once a week. Well, in the news, and I happened to get a copy of it yesterday in the mail, right? In the news, I read this article. Would you pay more for a house with a heat pump? And some Americans would. What's crazy, which is very, very true, right? I didn't read the whole article. I just got like, wow, this is so correct, right? So I'm going to quote the author here for a little bit. Is his name anywhere here? Yeah, this is an opinion by Maria Taylor. There she is. Looking pretty hot too, huh? Looking more like a little Avril Lavigne-ish looking, if you know what I mean. And here, I'm just going to quote this first few lines. My sister and her husband are looking for their first house. They have a long list of wants. Charming and historic, in a safe neighborhood, big enough for their 4 cats that aren't constantly under their foot. She wants a big yard. He wants a basement that's tall enough for him to stand up. So I guess Maria said, well, that's a lot of requirements. You can make it easier and say, I'll pick the one with the newest HVAC system. Facts, right? If I was a first-time home buyer, not mechanically inclined, let's say that, I'm just a white-collar worker, all right? Where more and more white-collar workers are transitioning over to blue-collar workers, but nonetheless, right? If I'm buying my first home, one of the most important things to me would be making sure the mechanical systems in that home are up to date, right? Imagine blowing through your life savings to put down 20% and then some closing costs, right? And then some other expenses, like I'm sure you're going to want to paint or decorate a little bit. But at the end of the day, you have zilch, nada, nothing. Nothing left. And your credit score took a ding too, because now you got a mortgage on it, right? It takes a little bit of time for you to build up that credit score. I love my credit score, by the way. Love my credit score. I'm almost at an 840. Almost. Nonetheless, I don't want to brag because the haters are really going to want to choke on me then. They'll probably hack steal my identity. Don't worry, I got McAfee Auto Antivirus, You guys know what I'm talking about. You get the McAfee PayPal emails. Did you authorize? Your payment is authorized. Or you get the junk mail with the, did you authorize a purchase of 1 Bitcoin? Whatever. But imagine buying this home and now your air conditioning and HVAC system takes a shit. And literally, and I'm glad she put this in there, right? Kidding or not, heating and cooling systems are getting expensive. And the last thing that these kids need is a $15,000 bill right after they sign away their life savings for a down payment. Or, how about this? More realistically, I was actually going to say this next. Wow. Or more realistically, a $300 bill every month because the air conditioning is from the 1980s. And it goes on to say that roughly 57% said they would pay more for a home that already had an efficient heating and cooling system. 57%. 57% of people polled would say that they would pay more for a heating and cooling system. And I got to tell you, I concur. I concur. Crazy. Anyway, Mr. Porter, he placed that fairly large order, by the way. And he got free shipping. He got free shipping. Look at that. Amazing. Wow, we got a great price for the wall mount bracket for the condensers. Wow, great price. Anyway, the next one is going out to Joey Murphy. Oh, man, he sent me a nice email, too, by the way. Joey, here is your large Mikey Pipes shirt. I got a hat, large, extra large, it's a flex fit hat. I also got you with the same paraphernalia, right? I'm even going to give you a magnet for your service vehicle. Throw that all up in there, right? Guys, if you would like a free hat and shirt, very easy, very easy. One, you can make a donation to the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization, where it's actually until the end of August, I'm going to do a dollar for dollar match. So for every $50 you donate, I am also going to donate $50 to the nonprofit, personally. Okay? If you like a hat, you can email me, Mike at MikeyPipes.com. A $50 donation to my nonprofit will get you a hat and a shirt. Or if you're an ACIQ dealer and you signed up with ACIQ, mentioning my name, of course you got that huge discount on your first order because you mentioned Mikey Pipes. But send me a screenshot of your order or your invoice, and I will send you a free hat and shirt while supplies last. Okay? I have, I don't know, about 100 or so shirts in medium, large, extra large, and for the real husky guys like me, 2XL. If you're a fat fuck like that fat fuck Tom in Florida, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Maybe you can buy a couple shirts together and sew them together. Go to your seamstress, go to your Latina chica, have her stitch it up. But yeah, get it, make it happen. One other thing I want to talk to you about today before I start making more boxes. Do we know what happened in Michigan? Let's see. You know, it's not on NewYorkPost.com. Maybe it's on CNN.com. Let's see. There was a primary. Wow. So there is a primary where you have in my opinion, a jihadist Muslim, El Said, right? And this woman named Stevens locked in a Michigan Senate primary. Yeah. Guys, you know, I don't know if you guys saw or watched this movie yet called Citizen. I forgot what it's called. Oh, man, I forgot what it's called. Citizen. I'm going to let you know. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Now I sound like Ashford Ferguson. Give me 1 second. There we go. Citizen. What the fuck's it called? Wake up, America! What the hell is happening? Let's see. Hold on. I gotta find the name. Citizen Vigilante. Is that what it's called? I think it's called Citizen Vigilante. Yeah, Citizen Vigilante. To my understanding, this movie is now banned from playing in the UK and in Germany. And it is. Listen, if you're woke, man, if you watch this movie, you're gonna have a triple heart attack. Right, because you're gonna die, right? And if you are a conservative individual like myself, you're gonna be like, wow, it really opens your eyes into what's going on in the world, right? You have these Islamic extremists, right, that they claim are leaving, and this is my opinion, by the way. You have these Islamic extremists that are leaving, you know, these Quran-run countries, right? And they're claiming that, you know, the country's bad. They're the good people. No, but they're coming in here with their Quran values, right? And they want to have religion dictate over democracy, right? Get the fuck back where you came from, folks. You know, I don't want none of this bullshit here. And if that makes me an Islamic phobic, then wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. Because now they're slowly, and they're already in government already. They're already in, look at Dearborn, Michigan. Look at New York City. Not even 25 years after Muslims, let's keep it real, Muslims murdered thousands of Americans and hijacked planes and flew them into buildings, right? You now have an Islamic, in my opinion, an Islamic freaking extremist as the mayor of New York City. Wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. Wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. Yet you guys are worried about me making boxes. And by the way, 100% of all yeah, look at this. Let me show you where's the cover letter? Right? There's not even a cover letter, look. Not bullshitting, right? Look, there you go. Feel free, knock yourself out, folks. Full disclosure. Mikey Pipes encloses information concerning one of your company's products. Please read the cover letter carefully because it contains important guidance about your rights and obligations regarding the enclosed information. Right? The CPSC provides firms with customer complaints and reports of in-depth investigation concerning injuries or incidents associated with the products that the firms manufacture or private label. Okay? So this guy wrote, a New York plumbing HVAC contractor is marketing and selling a product called the Mikey Pipes MP-SPD-01 surge protection device for HVAC systems. The product appears to be a hand-assembled electrical enclosure containing multiple components, including surge protection and monitoring control components, intended for installation on residential or commercial HVAC electrical circuits. I am concerned that the finished assembled product may not be tested, certified, listed, or labeled by UL, ETL, CSA, or another nationally recognized testing laboratory as a complete electrical assembly. I am concerned that consumers or contractors may install it into a building's electrical systems without evidence that the completed device has been evaluated for fire, shock, enclosure wiring, overcurrent, surge protection, or code compliance safety. Please review whether this product is being sold as a unlisted, unevaluated electrical device intended for permanent or semi-permanent installation in HVAC electrical systems, and whether it presents a potential fire or shock hazard. He submitted this complaint on June 8th, 2026. Right? There was no incident, no injury, there's no whatever. Guys, so the surge protection device, by the way, I sell it as a kit, right? This is a kit. So here is the UL listed surge protection device. It's in an enclosure, a waterproof enclosure. Right? If you look closely enough, right, we have European certifications on here. Okay? I am simply a provider of a service, right? And 100% of all proceeds go to my nonprofit, the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization. You're not really buying that. You are making a donation to the nonprofit. Sit on this and rotate, fuckface.